is sort of like a belated, very, very belated Valentine's Day post. You know, Valentine's Day was on Monday, and I had thought, oh, I was gonna keep doing this stuff. I was gonna record Valentine's Day, and that didn't happen. But basically what happened is Dana and I, we sort of reenacted our first date. We went to a movie, and then we went to a movie and we saw King's Speech, which is a really good movie, and then we went over to Lamppost. And so basically, that was like our first date. Went to the movie, went to Lamppost, hung out for like 6 hours at Lamppost, and it was awesome night. And both of them were awesome nights. But what I want to show you guys is the things that she got me, which is really cool. Because I was sort of like, well, you know, we've been dating for a little over a month now. What do I get her? You know, and I was just kind of like, I hadn't thought about it. You know, I mean, I thought about it a lot, but I just couldn't decide. And I came across this like little tiger. And I got like this tiger stripe blanket back here, and so it was just sort of like me embracing this, you know, Tony the Tiger sort of thing that I've got going on my gaming channel. And so I gave it to her, and I was like, hey look, even if I'm not around, this little guy will remind you of me. And she loved it. And then this is what she got me, and I think it's awesome. There's this right here. This is the picture of us when we were over at FanFest. I love this picture too, by the way. We both were like, oh, it's an awesome picture. And then she wrote me a poem, which I'm not going to read, because I haven't rehearsed it, and it's just something, you know, between us, and it's really cool. So the other thing she got me, which is really awesome, baseball related, is this. A baseball, but it's got hearts on it. You know, and she wrote on it, you know, she drew a little heart on there. It's pretty cool. So I keep this stuff, next to me in my bed. But last night we went to the Queen Mary for the air raid. Every year, every February, I go to the air raid over at Fort MacArthur, and I got good video of the actual like reenactment itself. They got this really cool reenactment, and it's kind of like 5 or 7 minutes long. So I'll see about, maybe I'll put that at the end because it's really long, drawn out. But I didn't take many pictures there because it was raining, and you know, rain got on my lens, and it just caused all sorts of problems. So I really didn't do much in the way of like taking pictures of videos there. And to be honest, I didn't really do much in the way of taking pictures of videos for the most part of the night. But there was this part on the Queen Mary, and I'll show you guys. There's pictures I took of this, the area that I had a ghost experience way back in 2006 when I was there. And I don't know if I told that story or not, but I think I'll tell it later on today as I go around and do my stuff. But what I want to do right now is actually take you guys out, because I really don't have much to do today. Our season started today, but we got rained out. And so I'm going to take that opportunity. I'm going to go to Sports Chalet because there's a couple of baseball bats that I'm going to pick up. And I figure, you know what, I'm getting out of the house. Why not I just bring you guys with me? So let's go. Alright, so as I look around, it's not that cloudy. I don't know, we might have been able to, what's that? We might have been able to play. But I got, yeah, sounds like a grinding pad on a road right there. There's a thing that I discovered a while back is you can buy brake pads, rotors and pads. Go ahead and buy them from the manufacturer, because I did brakes on a friend of mine's car, and not long after I did it, I was driving the car around because she had brought it back to me to do some other things, and I was just like, rotors are warped already, you know. And it was like within 6 months, you know. And I've noticed that on my car too. It's just like I'll do the brakes, and within months, you know, I want to put my foot on the pedal, it's like, you know, you get the you know, shaking steering wheel. Just like, come on, man, these are brand new freaking. And there's just like some defects inside the pad, because I've seen gouge marks on my rotors from the pads themselves. They've got like little pieces of rock or some shit in there. So I'm just gonna start buying them from Toyota. It'll probably cost me an arm and a leg to do a brake job on my car, but it'll be worth it. Oh, we're gonna yell through yellow light, go, go. I forgot what I was saying. Alright, so I don't remember what I was talking about. I guess it wasn't that important anyways. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, people. There's these 2 lanes, and they both go right, and and this Prius was just like, I gotta get over, and just doesn't know what the hell. This on-ramp confuses people for some reason. I don't know why. Anyways, did I just forget what I was talking about again? Ghost story. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'll probably put like pictures up. I only have 3 of them, so you're gonna have to look at them for a little bit as I talk about this. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll cut back and forth, who knows. We'll see. I'll play it by ear while I'm editing. And while you're watching this, you're gonna think it happens just so fluidly. Miracles of editing. So anyways, back in 2006, I was at this holiday party for the California Historical Group, one of the 2 organizations that I'm associated with for reenactments. And the California Historical Group, CHG, had their holiday party on the Queen Mary, and so one of the ladies got a hold of me to like photograph the event because they knew I was a photographer. So I said, yeah, sure, you know. And basically what they did is they let me on, and I ate for free. So it was like $120. That was like per meal. So I got $120 meal for free. And so I was photographing the event. And if I can dig up some of the pictures, I'll post like a couple of pictures like that I shot from that night, and it's in the Royal Salon. It was really nice. It was super cool. And then afterwards, my buddy Izzy, we're all dressed in our uniforms, everything. I'm like, dude, I cannot miss this opportunity to photograph World War II stuff on the ship. And so maybe what I'll do is I'll show you some pictures too while I shot from that. So anyways, we're on the promenade deck right outside the Royal Salon, and we're taking pictures, and people are walking by. It's Christmas time, so you know, it's like people kind of dressed up nice because it's about probably like the 18th or something of December, and people walking by, and people would stop because they didn't want to interrupt me, and I'd tell them, go ahead, you can go, doesn't matter, you're not interrupting me. But, oh, so I gotta set this up too. I had some lights, you know, photographic lights that needed an extension cord to use. You know, there's a wallet behind me to my left. And so I had a light set up, we're taking up a little bit of space on the deck. That's why people would stop. And so I'm taking pictures and stuff, people are walking by. And then this one time, I heard these 3 or 4 footsteps. They're very distinctive footsteps, you know, just like you could tell someone was walking, and it stopped to my left. And so as I was gonna turn, I turned to say, hey, you can go ahead, because it happened to me 3 or 4 times before that. I turned over to my left, nobody was there. And I sort of like looked there for a split second. I turned back to my buddy Izzy, and I'm like, did you hear those footsteps? And he goes, yeah, I did. He's like, did it sound like they stopped right at the extension cord? He goes, yeah, they did. Now, mind you, he was facing me, so my back was turned to the sound, so he was facing me, and he could see where the sound was coming from. And so anyways, I'm like, well, being a skeptic, I was like, maybe it could be upstairs. And he goes, I don't know, didn't sound like it was upstairs. We heard people walking upstairs a little while later. I'm like, does that sound like it? And he goes, no, it didn't sound like it. And then later on, there were these like 4 teenagers. They were walking around on the ship, and we eventually found out they're out there ghost hunting and stuff. Well, I mean, not like real ghost hunting, but they were just sort of like running around trying to find ghosts and shit. And so they were kind of dressed up, you know, for teenagers. And this one girl was wearing like really thin heeled shoes, and they're kind of tall. And as we're still taking pictures, as they were walking by, I started listening, and I said, Izzy, did that sound like it? And these teenagers were like, what? Oh my God, you know? And so anyways, Izzy said, yeah, that kind of sounded like it. And then they wanted to know what we were talking about. And I said, well, here's what happened. I told them the whole story, and they freaked out. And they go, scurry away. And so that was the closest thing. And so to this day, I can't exactly tell you what I heard. I mean, I can tell you what I heard, but I don't know exactly what it is. If it was, well, okay, I guess I'm pretty much convinced that it was a ghost, because the sound of the footprints were like square heeled shoes. They were very deliberate steps. And so Dana was kind of walking around for me last night, and I was trying to like reenact that, and I couldn't get it exactly. Because there's just a different sound, I guess maybe modern shoes make. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And so I do have a ghost story, and this is the pictures I've been putting up there for you guys to look at right now. So can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Did my ghost story freak you out?
Are you recording me?
I am.
Slightly.
Okay.
Because I saw it in person.
It's a little weird.
I was able to read it because I've just heard stories, but hearing stories is different than actually like being here and seeing it firsthand.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So going back there to see it, like things are different. Like they moved some of the benches. Like there aren't any benches there anymore. It just looks a little different, but it's still cool. I actually want to go there and do like a, you know, they call them staycations, you know, where you stay locally and you just like spend the weekend, whatever. That'd be awesome to go like Friday, Saturday, and leave on Sunday up at Long Beach and stay on the Queen Mary. Like, would be so awesome. It's such a cool ship. If you've never been and you're in the California, like Southern California area, I'd suggest you go. It's really cool. So anyways, I'm almost here at Sports Chalet. All right, this is today's catch. I've been wanting to pick one of these up for a while now. This is the Pro Stock 34-inch Louisville Slugger. It's got a gigantic barrel. I don't know if you can tell, but like it's, God, I can't remember the measurement off the top of my head. These Pro Stocks, they have a big old barrel, and then they had a maple, is their $50 maple, and I actually have one just like this. Hasn't broken yet, but I figured, you know what, this is the only one they had. I splurged and I picked it up. So I got three game bats, and I got a crap load of you know, batting practice bats now. You know, I buy I typically just buy the $30 bats to use, but I looked into it because I wanted a bat with a little bit larger of a barrel, because I don't swing hard when I swing. I just, you know, swing, and so that extra weight behind the barrel really puts it into the ball. And so I thought about using maple, because they're supposed to, you know, you're supposed to hit a little harder with them because the wood's a little bit more dense. And the only problem is they break. When they break, they snap in half, which I've had happen to me, and they typically tend to be more expensive, but these are all the same price bats, so you know, we'll see. I have, like I said, I used the maple for like the last 3 or 4 games of last season, and I hit really well with it, and I really like it. I bought it specifically just to use for like slow pitchers, because the kinetic energy, if you're hitting a fast pitcher with like a lighter, you know, like an ash bat, it's gonna fly. If you hit it with a maple bat, it's gonna go even further, probably like, it's like a 2% difference, if that. But with a slow pitching though, if you're gonna put a little bit more behind the ball with a denser wood, just because the ash bats tend to be more of like a whip, and these are much more rigid, so it transfers that energy a little bit better. Yeah, so anyways, that's the day's catch. I'm gonna go home. I gotta work here in like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I need to get something to eat. I haven't had any breakfast yet, and well, lunch, it's already 2:45. So what the heck was I gonna do else? I can't remember. I'm having brain farts today. I went to bed at 4 and I'm still a little tired. I think I woke up like at 7 and then like at 10 or 9:30, 10. It's just, I'm running a little sleep. So I'm gonna sleep great tonight. So anyways, guys, if I do not talk to you today again, then I shall try to talk to you tomorrow. And so you guys take it easy. Hopefully you had a good weekend, and hopefully your Monday's not too bad. I know mine's gonna be kind of a pain, but enjoy the footage that I'm gonna put at the end. It's kind of long. Talk to you guys later.
This is not a drill. This is.
Do you like airplane noises, everything going off?
Oh yeah?
Yeah. There it goes. Coming down now. Yeah, okay.
It's brighter.
It is. See all that rain coming down? You didn't see it.
Going out here and getting